The spirit had just ended. All the guys gathered around the new students as soon as the teacher left the room. Bullshit, man. Look at this guy. He's not even paying attention. He's like cleaning the blackboard. He's just like,
Good. You must clean me because it's been awfully dusty around here.
and everyone's just like, everyone's just the same as they were earlier. Okay, now that guy's left, everyone had been waiting for the chance to talk to them.
前世の頃から愛していました。
This guy, man, has some really, that's just terrible, man. Someone stop him.
無理でしょ。目の前に人参ぶら下げられた馬状態だもん。いつきくん、生き生きしてますね。
Just like ran that way the wrong way there. I thought it said he's like a horse with carrots stuffed up his ass. It's just like, oh god. Oh man, that was ridiculous. Yeah, like a fish in water.
薬を得たヤクザじゃない？
You're right.
それはいくらなんでも否定はできないですけど。
I just can't get that image out of my head now. Whenever you're just like reading something and you just like accidentally see it the wrong way, and then it's just like, man, that was random. Kaede smiled wryly. Goddamn. Okay, let's focus now. Even she had a bad impression of him. Oh. Suddenly I saw the two girls looking at me with a sad expression. But that was just for a split second. They quickly put bright smiles on their faces and interacted with our classmates as if trying not to make me concerned.
リンくん。
However, Kaede noticed their expression. She grabbed onto my uniform with a look of concern. Mayumi, can I talk to you for a moment?
何？
You stay here, Kaede. I glanced towards the hallway and I left the room. So, Mayumi, do you have any further information about those two?
あのね、二人ともちちみくんに会うためにこっちに出てきたんでしょ？全然知らないわけ？
But I was just a kid. I scratched my cheek in confusion. I really didn't remember anything. Perhaps I did play with someone like them, but my memory was hazy at best. I can't remember something that only happened once. However, part of me felt guilty about the whole situation. I wish something would help me remember the past.
ま、子供の記憶なんてそんなものだろうけど。
For the most part, I suppose it is, really, isn't it? I can only vaguely remember bits and pieces of my childhood. Mayumi sighed and crossed her arms. She always did this when she was thinking about something.
シアちゃんのことに関してはさすがによく知らないわね。種族違うし。枯葉先輩にでも聞いてみたら？同じ親族なわけだし。でもネリネ様のことだったら少しくらいなら知ってるわよ。
You have good information about the world of the devils, huh? Only have a few more minutes until the break is over. I can ask the both of them. Okay, our first choice of the game. Who should we ask about? Sure, we'll ask about the devil one.
抜かりも何も魔界のプリンセス様だもの。よほど関心がない魔族でもない限り魔界関係者なら常識よ。とはいえ、私もそんなに詳しいわけじゃないけどね。向こうに住んでるわけでもないし。それでもよければ教えてあげるけど。
Yeah, please do. Mayumi was the daughter of a devil and a human. A human accidentally dropped into the world of the devils before the openings, got married to the devil and had her. Seems weird when you word it that way, just like, the devil to the devil. It's just like, do you mean Satan or no, this is just a species of devils? When the door opened 10 years ago, she migrated to this world with the other devils. Seriously, it's a very weird kind of thing, really, isn't it? Her human side was dominant, so she couldn't use magic like the other devils. She also looked pretty close to a human. The only difference was that she was, I don't know how it's pronounced, but it basically means like two different eye color, right?
とりあえず外見に関しては見ての通りの一級品。 性格的にもおとなしく控えめで上品、男を立てるタイプね。数えきれないくらいたくさんの貴族から求愛を受けてたらしいけど、全部断ってきたんだって。まあその理由は今日明らかになったわけですか。
Don't even mention that.
照れない照れない。子供の頃はかなりの病弱でね、表にはほとんど出てきてなかったはずよ。
Really? She looks very healthy now.
あの様子だと今はもう問題ないみたいね。何年か前に魔界と深海の将来を握る研究に簡単な協力をしたっていう話があったから、もしかしたらその影響なのかも。
Experiment, huh? Perhaps she might be a robot made in the experiments.
ちなみにその際に全身を機械化されたロボットなんてオチはないわよ。魔界と深海は魔法文明が発達してる分、科学は遅れまくってるから。
Yeah, thank you for that information.
他にも細かい話はいくつか知ってるけど、ネリネ様について一番重要なのはやっぱりその歌声かな。
Her singing voice. Does she defeat her enemies by howling like a banshee or something?
ネリネ様の顔でブイーって歌ってほしいわけ？
Mayumi stared at me with a vicious look. No, now what I'm picturing is her singing in the Echo the Dolphin voice. That's silly. I don't want to see that.
むしろその逆。その美しい声と旋律はまるで優雅に空を舞う妖精のごとし。
And what does an elegant fairy sound like exactly?
いつしか天使の鐘とまで呼ばれるようになったその声は魔界の至宝とまで言われるほどなのですよ。
How can a devil be an angel?
悪魔の鐘なんて言ったらそれこそブイーだからじゃないの？とにかくそれほどまでに褒めたたえられる歌声の持ち主ってこと。音楽の時間が楽しみよね。実は私も噂だけで本物聞いたことないのですよ。
Her eyes sparkled. The angel's bell. I'd heard her singing in the park. I thought her voice was worthy of being called the angel's bell. But we didn't get to hear it, man. Reminds me, like, this one time I tried out the trial version of this visual novel called Teardrops. And there's one girl that just, like, apparently has got a real great singing voice. And, like, while they're doing a Nirvana cover of Smells Like Teen Spirit like that, and then just comes on the stage just like, you guys suck, you're not putting any emotion into it, emotion, and then she started singing and we didn't even get to hear the singing. She probably get to hear her singing voice later on and all that, but still, it's just ridiculous how they do that. And you know the weird thing about it was, it smells like Teen Spirit. Like, I'd heard it before that, but at the same time, when I like heard it in that visual, I was like, oh, that's what they were talking about, because literally my knowledge of Nirvana is like, was that low. I didn't have a clue. I knew it, was it, Come As You Are or something like that? I think that was, and this another song, I can't remember. I'm not really very knowledgeable about Nirvana songs. I remember when I had guitar lessons, that was one of the songs that they were apparently learning, but because I'd like taken a few weeks off from the lessons because I was like not feeling up to it, didn't get around to that. But it's actually pretty easy to play. The whole song is just pretty straightforward. I could play it right now, but why? Seriously, why? I'd have to wait. Actually, now technically my amp is on, but I don't know. Sure, why not? I probably didn't pick up, and it didn't really sound all that great anyway. I don't know how the pattern went again. It's kind of, but it's simple, pretty much. Well, anyways, let's get back to the point. I should ask her to sing for me again. I muttered as I repeated the melody she was singing.
とりあえず私が知ってることって言ったらこれくらいかな。あとは本人に直接聞くか、土見くんが自力で思い出すかってとこかな。
Yeah, thanks. I'll try to see if I can remember anything. We head back to the classroom. Ayumi stopped for a moment and winked at me.
とりあえず楓のことも忘れちゃダメよ。
Right. It's final lunchtime. I leaned powerlessly against my desk as I spoke.
リンク、大丈夫ですか？
I just realized something. You see that, Key? Did you hear that bell? Why, Key, is it that you only use that in canon, but all your other visual novels I've played did not have a bell? Even when it says that the bell was ringing, you do not put it there. Why? I'm pretty hurt. I appreciate Kaida for being so considerate. I really thought I was going to die today. Guys from the whole academy had gathered around the two girls during every break. They all gave me a fierce look of jealousy, hatred, and anger. If people were capable of killing someone with a curse, I would have died so many times today. I think Miss P was being considerate when she made sure not to assign them the seats next to mine.
お昼ご飯食べられそうですか？もし厳しいようなら午後は早退させてもらった方が。
I'm fine, it's my policy not to miss a meal. Let's go. I urged myself to lift up my body and stand up. There were two types of lunch offered at the academy, the packed lunch and the school lunch. I usually ate whatever kind of made, joining her along with Itsuki and sometimes Mayumi on the rooftop. Why is it always the rooftop? A lot of times in these kind of things, it's on a rooftop. In Bill Busters, on the rooftop, with Komori, there was that, I remember that. And in Karawa Shoujo, what was her name again? I know Rin, the armless one, but who's the other one? The one without legs, what was her name? Emmy, I think it was? Yeah, they have lunch on the roof as well. It's quite common. Hey, it's Suki. I saw him emerging from the crowd of guys surrounding the two girls. I also saw the girls following after him.
シアちゃんとネリネちゃん、昼食一緒で問題ないよね。
I felt the stare of every guy in our class as soon as Itsuki belted that out. Of course they'd be looking at me with piercing stares. I guess I'll be getting this treatment no matter what I do. Why should I refuse that? I'm cool with that. The two pretty girls smiled joyfully at my reply. They hadn't done anything to wrong me. They were just rather confused about how the others were treating them. I should just accept this difficult situation. Glad to have two new good-looking friends. I smiled wryly while leaving the classroom with everyone. The bright sunlight told me that summer was near. The wind blew softly, providing comfort from the heat. We sat down in a circle to eat our lunches in the beautiful weather. I tried to ignore the jealous looks coming from the other guys surrounding us.
やっとリン君と話せます。なんかここまでの時間がすごく長く感じちゃいました。私もです。いろいろとお話ししたいこともあったんですけれど。
This is very different to the way I usually record visual novels, in that I am continuing to record and not like stopping at any point randomly. Just like, yeah, maybe 2 or 3 kind of parts out of a recording session. That's kind of what I do with everything else lately. I like record Ocarina of Time for like nearly 2 hours or just over 2 hours, split into 1, 2, 3 parts or so. I haven't actually recorded for Final Fantasy VIII since mid-December. Ridiculous, man, and I still have parts ready in advance. But I want to get around to recording more for that, because it's pretty much near the end of it, really. Just 3 more side quests and then the final part. Inevitably get my ass kicked by the super boss of the game as I try to take it on. And then probably be like, screw that, and just get it over with the main boss or whatever. But anyways,
不思議ですね。いざお話できるようになったら、みんなどこかに飛んでいってしまいました。
their faces were full of joy. How could I stay sane while seeing beautiful smiles like these? My heart was racing just from sitting with them.
とりあえず、シアさんとリンさんでいいですか？はい、そう呼んでいただければ。
I'll call you Nerine. I feel awkward calling someone else by my name.
それは確かに
I
です
think that
ね。
was probably not how it's pronounced. Whatever.
リン、
What is it?
殴っていいかい？
No. Don't smile at me like that. It's scaring me.
でも、いいの？何がです？もっと盛大に、キャー！リンくん会いたかったーとか言って飛びつ
Probably
いたりと
falling
か。
off the roof in the process.
七味くんに会うためなんでしょ？今回の転校。
Saya and Nirine looked at each other and stuck their tongues out.
本音を言うとですね、すっごくやりたかったんですけど、大勢の皆さんの前でそれをやってしまうと、リン様にご迷惑がかかってしまうと思いましたので。
She turned red. These two are just unreal.
できる。自らの本心を抑えてまでも相手を立てようと尽くす女。楓、ライバルは手強いわよ。頑張らないと。まゆみちゃん。
とりあえずリン、
What is it?
殴っていいかい？天に届くほど音高く。
Definitely not. I could tell from his look that he was being pretty serious.
お二人は幼い頃にリン君と出会ったっていうことですけど。
Now when she was like on about you've got some real tough rivals, you could also be like, you could say they're out of this world. Ow. Ow, that
8
did
年
hurt.
前かな。お父さんの仕事の関係でこっちの世界に来てたんですけど、やっぱり退屈ね。それで逃げ出したのはいいんですけど、そのまま迷子になっちゃったんです。やっぱり本で見たからって電車を使ったのが敗因かな。駅名も何もわからなかったし。またチャレンジャーなことを。
She was pretty brave compared to how she looked. That's not something an ordinary kid with no money would have done.
それで途方に暮れてた私をリン君が見つけてくれまして、そのまま大人の人たちに発見してもらえるまで遊んでたんです。あの時のお父さん大ざめちゃってて、もう少しで世界観戦争になるところだったんですよね。
That's not something you should be smiling about. If the world ended for that reason, it would be due to the rebellious action of a child.
私もシアちゃんと同じです。
You fools! You almost brought absolute chaos to the world, just like, my daughter went missing in the human world! We must destroy them all now!
お父様の付き添いでこの人間界に来て、そのままはぐれてしまって、気がついたらこの町に。そこでリン様に出会ったんです。
リン、君はいつ源氏物語計画なんて高度な技を見つけたんだい？
I don't have any techniques.
つまりは無意識にと。 いかが思われます楓さん。目の前にこんないい女がいたにもかかわらずのこの仕打ち。どう思うも何も私が何かされたわけじゃないですし。
She was confused about how to answer the question. Her face turned sad for a moment.
それに8年前なら私は何も言う権利ありませんから。え
8 years ago, Kaida and I had a totally different relationship. People who only knew us back then would have been surprised to see how we'd ended up. That's right, I remember something. 8 years ago it was that time.
でもこうしてリン君とお話できてやっと実感が湧きました。人間界に来たんだなって。
Saya looked happy. Noreen blushed at the same time.
私もです。リン様にまたお会いすることができたのだと。
8 years ago I was in full of sad and painful memories. That's why I couldn't leave those sad girls alone. I don't really remember what they looked like, but now I remember meeting two strange girls. It was the neighborhood park in front of the station. Saya and Norena's faces lit up as they heard me mutter.
思い出してくれました。思い出していただけたのですか？
They came closer to me. Not clearly enough, but, vaguely.
たとえ少しでも立派な朗報です。
Saya held her hands in front of her chest and smiled like sunshine itself. Bet she would have jumped around if she hadn't been sitting down.
感激です。
She was also holding her hands and gazing far away as if in a world of dreams.
まあとんでもないライバルが出てきたのは確かみたいね、楓。
From another world!
あゆみちゃん。
実に羨ましい状況だね。いい。殴っていいかい？記憶を失うほど情熱的に。
Will you let me beat you back?
でもリン君の生活に無理に割り込むつもりはないんですよ。ねえリンちゃん。
Can I, kick you off this roof?
はい。リン様にはあくまで今まで通りの生活をしていただければ。あとは私たちの努力によるものですし、リン様がどなたに振り向かれようと、リン様の選んだ女性ですから。
Now really, you gotta think about this. The protagonist is in quite a position here. Like, some guys be like, oh man, this lucky bastard. But then, that's just like, if you just like, not think about it, but if you think about it, he's in quite a tough position there. He's basically, because it's obvious, Kaida's obviously got feelings for him. So he's got 3 girls that like him, and regardless of what choice he makes, he's gonna end up upsetting 2 girls. It's just like, yeah. Whatever way he chooses, he's screwed in some way.
それが私であったらいいなとは思っていますけれど。さりげなくアピール。手強いわよ、楓。選ぶのはリン君ですから。
リン。
Just shut up.
とりあえずまだまだ恋人候補の身ではありますが、改めましてよろしくお願いします。まだまだふつつか者ではありますが、よろしくお願いいたします。
Well, I don't want to talk about being a fiancé and all that for now. But it's nice to meet you both. Things were changing dramatically around me. I never thought I'd be dealing with the kings of the gods and devils in my life. However, I was trying to accept this new reality. I think something has just started. Bing bong, the doorbell rang out of nowhere. We're gonna be at this hour. Who could it be at this hour? We'll find out next time, I guess. So I'll see you next time, viewers. See you next time.